what's up guys, this is KD Cloudy and these are the ATH-M30Xs by Audio Technica. You may have heard about this company by big YouTubers like MKBHD, but one thing you must know and note is that these are monitoring headphones. And what are monitoring headphones, you might ask? Well, they are headphones specifically made for the purpose of professional audio production, where you need the sound reproduction to be as accurate as possible, in contrast to consumer headphones like Beats or Skullcandy, where the audio is tweaked to have more bass or treble, etc. for a more pleasant music listening experience. So this essentially is a professional piece of equipment which comes just under at $50 to $60, which means that you are getting professional audio at a pretty affordable price. Okay, now I'm not really an audiophile, but I'm like a semi-professional video producer and used to like cheap consumer grade headphones, so keep that in mind while you watch this. Now let's start with the build quality. It's unapologetically plastic. Not really a bad thing though. I'm happy that it doesn't feel flimsy at all. It feels solid, rigid, and just like a professional piece of gear. And I don't really love the way it looks. I mean, the ear cups seem a bit smaller than the M50s, but it's not that big of a deal. Now the ear cup movement is a bit limited, but still better than the M20s. You can flip them, you can even fold them, but you can't go left and right or lay them flat like you can do with the M50Xs. Now, as a result of such a balanced build design choice, it's actually quite comfortable. Now the ear cups are cushioned, but they are quite narrow, just as I said, and not as big, which will hurt your ear muscles after prolonged listening, but you will get used to it over a period of time. Moreover, the headband is also really nice and comfy too, with this big bold Audio Technica branding. It's also adjustable, which is nice with this nice quality slider made out of metal. It also comes with a couple of things like this 1/4-inch adapter and also this nice carrying pouch, which feels to be of leather but is really not. And the fact that it folds up means that you can quickly drop it and be on the go. But the most important part is the sound, and this is the hardest part to explain, so you better listen carefully. So basically, my testing scenario included plugging it right into the headphone jack of my computer with no extra amp or a DAC, doing both audio editing, mixing and music listening. Okay, now just like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, these are monitoring headphones and the sound representation is supposed to be really accurate and really flat. And by flat, I mean that the bass, mids and the highs are totally balanced, which is supposed to bring more clarity to the sound, because so as a result of such a flat frequency response, it does sound really clean, and you can often hear sounds in the song which you won't hear anywhere else. You won't really notice the difference with other cheap pair of headphones immediately, but once you listen to these and switch to a cheaper pair of headphones, you definitely notice the difference. The sound stage for this is okay since it's close back. It gets very loud though, so I recommend you setting your volume at about 20 to 25% while you're editing. And something very remarkable about these is that the ear cups provide an awesome seal which isolates the noise so well that I used them on a flight and I didn't have to worry about the extra noise. My only issue with these headphones is the length of the cable. It's a 9 feet long cable, which is terribly huge to the point that it becomes really annoying, and it's very hard to manage the cable, especially if you're sitting on a computer. This can get useful during on-field monitoring during shoots, but if you want to solve this, you need to upgrade to the M40 or the M50Xs. Now the last two things to talk about are the differences between the rest of the lineup and should you actually buy this in 2017. Well, in terms of sound, pretty much the entire Audio Technica lineup is more or less the same, with some differences like you get more ear cup movement on higher end models, you get a larger driver and a larger ear cup on higher end models, and even detachable cables, just as I said. So if you're not restricted by budget, definitely go for the M50Xs. But if you're limited to the budget, should you actually buy this? Well, first, I wouldn't really recommend these if you use your headphones only for media consumption and music listening, just because it's not that portable and you might or might not like the flat sound because your ears are probably used to hearing all that bass on other cheaper headphones. And also, don't buy Audio Technica just because your favorite YouTuber likes and recommends Audio Technica. But if you're like a semi-professional user like me, who's getting into editing, creating and mixing audio, you pretty much can't go wrong with this. And that's the end of this review. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.